This is Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Welcoming back. She is officially a friend to the program, and I love her spirit and love her so much. She is the executive director of C.H.A.T, which is an acronym for Culture of Health Advancing Together. Dr. Siddiqui is back on the program.
Thank you very much. Thanks,
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How was the summer?
It was good.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm sure summer
no
camps
complaints.
went well.
Yes, summer camp went very well. Kids were happy. We did the field trips and a lot of activities. So C.H.A.T summer camp was very good.
Good. And you brought a friend along with you. She is an artist of the mural, A Children's Story, and we're going to get into that. So I'm excited to talk about that. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Amy Malkan.
Yes, you did a great job, KG. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm so glad that you all are here. This new mural project entitled A Children's Story. Tell us about the inspiration behind this particular mural and the story that's with it.
So you remember the Gulfton Story Trail
Right.
and then the murals we painted. And then after that, Gulfton residents started contacting us. Someone would say, hey, Chad, why don't you clean Gulfton? Hey, Chad, what about this? So one of them was, can you make another mural? And this is by Briburn Elementary School, which was demolished or ruined, destroyed in Harvey. So now they're making it again, building it again. And this particular person, he said that, he wrote me an email, he said that there is this wall across from the charter school and next to the Briburn Elementary, and kids go here, every day 2 times, and they see the graffiti on that, which is very bad. It's all gang signs and everything. Can you make a mural? And I said, we can look into it. I wish I could just say yes right then and there, but we don't have the resources. So we would have to write a grant to do that. So we wrote a grant with LISC, Local Initiative Support Corporation, and we said that we want to make a mural, and the name A Children's Story is that because it is for the children. It's a gift for the children. And then I contacted Amy for that, and I said, Amy, this is a community engagement grant, and we want the kids and community to participate. So she started the mural with a focus group with children and residents of the community, and they told her what they want to see in the mural, and then she made this mural.
Wow.
It's amazing, and Amy will tell you more about it, and I would love everyone to come and see the mural. The unveiling is on September 20th at 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be great. And so, Amy, what were your thoughts when you got the call from Dr. Siddiqui saying that she wanted you to paint the mural of A Children's Story?
Yeah, of course. I was very honored that Dr. Siddiqui had chosen me to, be a part of this project because she's worked with a lot of talented artists through the Gulfton Story Trail. So for her to bring me on was amazing. And I think it was a good fit because I grew up in Alief. I'm born and raised in Alief. Okay. And I've been told by all of my Alief colleagues that you better mention Alief and all represent the SWAT. And so this is, it's in my neighborhood. Gulfton is right next door to Alief, and so it only made sense for me to be able to be a part of this project and to work with the community there. And this is the type of work that I do. I work with the community as a muralist. I don't necessarily just go on any random walls and just paint some beautiful pictures, which I don't. That's amazing that other artists do that, but I really like working with the community and getting them involved so that it's their mural. They take ownership of that space. Yeah.
What was the process like for you? Did you already have in mind of what it was that you wanted to portray on this wall, or did you have was it a collaborative effort of other people saying, oh, well, I'm thinking this, thinking that, or they just let you be free and be an artist?
Yeah, so as a community artist, I don't have any idea of what it's going to be like because it all happens, the magic happens during these focus groups or these community engagement meetings. Sure. And so we invited the community to come out, and we had, adults and children there, and we basically, created like a flow of the conversation of what they wanted to see on this mural. And it was very heavily focused around empowerment, around the importance of education, the importance of family, the importance of achieving your dreams no matter where you come from, talked about diversity. And so these are the kids that are talking about this. So like essentially what I do is create like a word tree, and they just spit out words and what they want to see. And then from there, I basically put a design together of what they ask that what they want to see, and then it gets approved by them and CHA.T or whoever the entity is, and then I go out there and paint the mural. But it's done. The whole process is really done by the community itself. It's their mural. Wow,
that is so. The community should be really proud of this.
Yes. They even got to paint it.
Yeah, wow.
They came out there and some of them got to spray paint on the wall. Yeah.
That is,
and I think that's
so much fun.
I'm interrupting. That's the mural that says "Welcome to Gulfton." I think that's
Yes, that is the Welcome to Gulfton. They didn't want the mural to have the letter, like the word Gulfton on there, like how you normally see all the other welcome murals that are like that. They wanted something unique to Gulfton. And so they wanted to tell a story of, from the beginning to where they are now. And so then you see at the end of the mural a girl holding a sign that says, "Hey, welcome to Gulfton." So.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Amy Malkan and Dr. Siddiqui of C.H.A.T, talking about a children's store mural, which is available now. They're going to have the unveiling on September the 20th. But if you're in that area, maybe you're on Bissonnette. If you drive by 6075 Bissonnette, that 98 cents only store, that's where the mural is. Dr. Siddiqui, let me go back. There may be some people who, even though you've been on the program many times, they still may not know about C.H.A.T and everything that you all do. Very heavily involved in the community. So just speak on that for just a
So C.H.A.T stands for Culture of Health Advancing Together. It's a nonprofit organization with a mission to improve the health and well-being of immigrants and refugees through education, arts, access to care, and advocacy. So arts is like a big part of it. We do programs. We have some of our, the main program is the After School Academy, C.H.A.T Academy, where kids in the community, they come, they do their homework, and then they do other activities. So they do art workshops, they do yoga, they do dance and music in fitness, STEM, different programs. So that's what we do. And we also have program for women, ESL program and empowerment program. And we go to schools and do programs, school like social emotional learning. We go to Las Americas School for newcomers. We are starting our after school program at Wisdom High School. We will be doing tutoring. Yeah, we will be doing tutoring and homework help. But
they just built that.
They built a beautiful new school. So we will be helping, because the problem is a lot of kids they need help and they want to come to C.H.A.T Academy, but just because they don't have transportation, or they have a job after school, or they have to take care of the family, there are so many things in this community that are keeping kids coming to the C.H.A.T Academy. So we are going to them and do the after school program. And same thing with the women help, and same thing with the arts program. So arts, we believe that it brings the community together like nothing else. I mean, they can learn English, they can do homework, they can just gradually be part of the community. But arts, especially like the Gulfton Story Trail and Amy's A Children's Story, is through community engagement, and community tells the story, and then we paint the mural. I mean, the artists paint the mural, and C.H.A.T facilitates it through these grants. So this is how Gulfton is coming along as a community that is very diverse, yet it is a very united community through arts and through the programs that C.H.A.T has to offer.
Indeed, and it's such a lovely and necessary program. Since you're in the business of helping refugees and people get back, let me just shift a little bit with our family over in the Bahamas who are just, experienced just obliterated. I mean, Hurricane Dorian just obliterated the islands of the Bahamas. I'm sure you all over at C.H.A.T have had a conversation about that. Are you ready in case we do get some refugees from the Bahamas to come here?
We are always ready, because C.H.A.T is not a resettlement agency, so we don't have to just do that official work. C.H.A.T starts where the resettlement agency stops, that we hold their hand and then we show them their new home, we show them Houston, we it's called acculturation. So that's where we show them how the system works, and it's both ways. It's not just for refugees, it's for Houston, because if Houston is suffering, it's just like one of our body part is aching, if our hand is or arm is or something. So it's just both ways. We have to have every community has to be good community for a good Houston. So it's not just for refugees, it's for Houston also. Indeed. And Gulfton is one of the complete communities.
Communities,
so
yes,
completing it. So for Houston.
Yes, indeed. And you all have you got a gala that's coming up on Saturday, the 14th. Yeah. But let's talk about that. How excited are we for this gala here?
So this is a showcase of our work, and luckily Amy is also helping. So both of us are just working day in, day out for the gala. It's going to show the work that we are doing, and it's going to be very fun activity. We are expecting 250 guests. We still have the tables. We still have tickets available, and we are also looking for sponsors, people who would want to sponsor our work and our gala. So they can contact me through my email, or they can go on our website and just contact us. My email is aisha.siddiqi@chattx.org. So it's aisha.siddiqui@chattx.org. And they can also go on our website, and through that they can go to the link.
Yeah. And how's the process been for you, Amy, with getting everything together alongside Dr.
It's
Siddiqui?
been fun. It's nice because you're helping. It's for a good cause. With nonprofits, we are only able to do the work with funding. So it's imperative that we have people that are able to donate to the cause, and whether it's $5 to $100 to more, every little bit helps. I think when people hear donation, they feel like they have to make this big donation. But if 100 people donated $5, that's $500 right there. Right. So we accept all types of donations. If you can't make it to the gala, you can still donate, and it helps us with funding these programs for the kids.
No doubt. And more importantly, keep Saturday the 14th on your calendar, and also Friday, September the 20th for the true unveiling of a children's story, the mural painted by the lovely Amy Malkan at 6075 Bissonnette, the 98 cents only store. I can't wait to see it in person. I mean, just from Amy's Instagram. I mean, it was.
Yeah, and everything that
Thank
she
you.
has painted has a reason. That's another thing, that whatever is on the mural, there is a reason behind it, or there is a story behind it.
Yeah.
So,
and
like
chat.
for example, her butterfly or the river. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, just some of the images that represent there's a little girl sitting on a tree, and she's reading a book, and so it's like the literal a children's story, and then you see this blue thread coming out of the story, and it's basically telling a story of how everyone has come and migrated here to Gulfton, and then that blue thread also represents water. There's a beautiful butterfly that represents transformation. There's homes that represent them leaving their families and their homes behind, but also creating their new homes and families here in Gulfton. And then you see this girl at the very end holding a sign that says "Welcome to Gulfton." And so
Amazing. Be sure to go by the 98 cents only store in the Gulfton area, 6075 Bissonnette, a children's story. That is the mural. This Saturday, September the 14th, is the gala. This Saturday, the 14th, right? Yeah, this Saturday.
This Saturday,
next Saturday.
This Saturday, 7th.
Hold on, let me see. No, so this is airing Sunday, so I'm pretending that, so that's why I was saying this. That's all right. No, we're all right. So this Saturday, the gala, and that is going to be where again? I'm sorry.
It is again at Southwest Multi-Service Center. That's another thing that we want to showcase our community. We want people to come to Gulfton rather than having it at another hotel or some big
come
place.
To the Gulfton area.
Come to Gulfton and see them.
That's what I love about Chat. Dr. Siddiqui, you all are committed to that community, and that is so amazing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's at Southwest Multi-Service Center, 6 to 9 p.m. And we would love to see everyone there. There's plenty of parking. We all will be there. So just come on over.
Come on over and log on to the website for more information.
Yeah. Southwest Multi-Service Center is located at 6400 High Star.
Okay.
And the zip code is 77074, I believe.
Okay. Dr. Aisha Siddiqui, Amy Malkan of C.H.A.T. Thank you all for coming on. I cannot wait to see this mural in person. It's so good to see you as always. And thank you for coming on the program.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth, welcoming in the studio a very young, vivacious, and patient young lady. She is the president of the Houston Minority Supplier Development Council. The lovely Ingrid Robinson is in the building. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Excited.
Good. I'm so glad you're here. You guys have got a lot going on this week because this Tuesday and Wednesday is Texas's largest minority business trade fair, connecting you to your future. So tell us about HMSDC Expo and what it's all about.
Absolutely. So HMSDC is a nonprofit organization that helps to grow minority-owned companies. We've been doing it for over 45 years. And so over time, we've grown to have the largest minority business trade fair. This is where if you are an entrepreneur and you're serious about growing your business, that you must be and you must attend. So it's different from a trade show that you normally go to where you'll see people in booths who are trying to sell their things. In our trade show, the people in the booths are looking to buy, and the minority-owned companies are in the aisles going from company to company, whether it's a major corporation like a ExxonMobil or NRG or Centerpoint or MD Anderson Cancer Center or another state agency, and you go and you talk to them about the products or services that you sell, and they're looking to buy those. And so we are connecting minority-owned businesses to major corporations and governmental entities to get them to do business together.
So it's kind of like, in a sense, how it sounds, kind of like on Shark Tank.
It is. Except, you have an opportunity to meet over 150 different organizations within a one-day period of time. So on day one, which is September 10th, we have a lot of developmental activity. And so we talk about different industries, aerospace. We talk about construction. So we know we all sit in construction, but there are business opportunities connected to that. And so our expo connects you to how do you, if you're a construction company, whether you build buildings or you build roads, how do you connect to those projects and win contracts related to it. So we also have a spot bid fair going on. So if you're looking for a small contract for under $5,000, you can walk away with business on the spot from a governmental agency.
Wow.
So we're really looking to grow companies and help them to connect to those business opportunities. So it's a very unique environment because you're there and those companies are there to meet you. So they're looking to do business with minority and women-owned companies. And so it's a great environment to be in where they're seeking your product or service. And so you're there to connect to them and sell.
How long have you all been around?
Over 45 years. So last year we celebrated our 45th year as an organization. We were founded by major corporations here in Houston to grow economic development in minority communities. So we know that minority businesses hire more minority employees than those who are non-minority owned. And so by helping grow minority owned companies, we're also helping Houston's minority communities by employing those people that work in those organizations. So for us, it's our passion. And it's the once a year unique opportunity to meet everybody in one place. You could not have access to even scheduling meetings with this many people and decision makers at one time. So you'll have buyers, chief procurement officers from every major corporation that you can think about. Many of our sponsors are Shell, Exxon, BP, Chevron, MD Anderson, the Texas Central Parkway, where they're going to be building the high-speed rail between Dallas and Houston.
Oh, so
they're
that's
going to
still
be
in
there
the works?
talking about. That's still in the works. It's actually going to start next year. So
Shut up.
We're talking about telling you not only explain what the project is, but how do you connect to opportunities and help to build that and build some economic opportunity.
I got to Houston it was the end of November 2012, but I remember the talk happening in 2013 that this thing was, going to happen. And I was like, Yeah, right. For real.
Right.
And there's been talks, but no.
Yes.
Wow, you gave me an exclusive. I didn't even know.
Absolutely. So they're going to be getting started next year. And so we're going to be talking about things like that. Here are the projects, major projects that are coming. MD Anderson's building a new building. How do you connect to that and help to build those things? And so so our expo is all about not only providing access to business opportunities, but also the financing. So we're having a power luncheon where we'll have JP Morgan Chase, Lift Fund, True Fund, who are going to be talking about finance opportunities. How do you get financing and money from loans from major institutions like a JP Morgan Chase to a CDFI, which is a non-traditional lending that lends primarily to small businesses, where you could get a $5,000 loan or a $25,000 loan. So we're going to be talking about here's where you get the money and how you go about doing that. And then here's where the opportunities are. So come get the contract and then come talk to these banks about how to finance those opportunities. So we're bringing everything in together under one roof.
Oh, man, that's amazing. So, and that's this Tuesday and Wednesday.
This Tuesday,
10th
September 10th and 11th.
Yeah. You're listening to Access Houston, talking to Ingrid Robinson, the president of the Houston Minority Supplier Development Council. So with all of these major brands and corporations that are going to be there, I wonder what it is that finally clicked for them to invest in, be interested in minority and women-owned businesses, because that's the wave right now.
That's right.
And it's been the wave for the last, maybe 3 or 4 years that, these companies are seeing that, wow, minorities, especially black women, who are the most when it comes to entrepreneurship in the black community, fastest growing. Hey, we see that minorities, especially black women, they are coming up with a lot of things like, let's try to buy in. Like, where do you think that this came from for these corporations? Because they've always ignored them. And so now they're showing them love. Where do you think that came from?
Well, I think a lot of it is that many of these organizations have been involved for a long time. I think it's been understated. Like I said, some of these organizations were part of our founding way back 45 years ago. But I think the real driver is that they've made the business connection, that they want to invest in those ethnic groups and those people who buy their products and services. So at the end of the day, they want to sell products and services, and they know in order to build the best product that's going to appeal to a majority minority population, that you need to get ideas from minority individuals. So the more diverse their supply chain is and the more ideas that they get from those communities, the better they're able to develop new products that will appeal to those end consumers at the end of the day. So I think that they recognize that understanding what drives minority communities and where that innovation comes into play as to what will work and appeal to those communities is what they want to tap into. So I think that they've realized a lot of times that they need to understand minority communities. In order to do that, you have to have those people at the table.
At the table, yep. Hey, you are absolutely right. That's, that's the same thing I was telling people who were ragging on Jay-Z for the NFL.
Oh, absolutely.
Coming. I was like, what do you want?
That's right. You got to be at the table.
You got to be at the table. The only way that you can make change is from within.
That's right.
So everybody relax.
Exactly.
Let's see what he's going to do.
That's right. He's still got some street cred, right? He's not going to forget where he came from.
And not only that, look at his track record, like everything that he's done for black folks in the black community. Like, bailing out Black Lives Matter protesters, giving money to the organization. I can go on and on. But to your point of that, and it made me think of Hove and the NFL with these major corporations that are now wanting to partner and invest and buy in these minority and
we're going to be talking about some interesting things. Like one of our forums that we're going to do is on the oil and gas industry, and so we have, for instance, Shell is going to bring a new division they have called their Game Changer division, and this Game Changer division is looking at investing in minority entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs in general who are going to bring game-changing technologies or solutions to oil and gas, whether it's how to be more green, whether it's how do we be more effective in drilling for natural resources, but it's all about finding that next game-changing idea.
Well, that is very comforting, Ingrid, that you said that these companies are looking to become more green, or because I'm not trying to talk down on the oil and gas industry at all. That is, we're an oil and gas country. But the reality is, with all of these, carbon emissions that are going up, and we're seeing the extreme weather and the warmth
climate change. That's right.
and
it's real.
And all of that. It is very real.
Yes.
And so that's very, it's comforting to know that big corporations that are in oil and gas or oil and gas companies are looking at alternatives to get, more greener, because if we keep doing what we're doing, rich people, you're not going to be here to enjoy your riches because we're too busy.
That's right. And that's why we're trying to look at one of the things that we focus on is really trying to talk about what's coming, not just where we are. Because I think a lot of times our minority entrepreneurs get put into a box as to we're sort of behind the wheel and we're always trying to catch up to what's next. So we're trying to connect to what's next. And how do you get ahead of that? Be more reactive
instead of proactive.
Exactly. So we really want to get to be more proactive. And so how we do that is by talking about what's happening in the industry, what they're looking at, where they're going, and connecting them to that so that you can start thinking about where to do and how you can help to impact that. This will be at Expo on September 10th in the afternoon. We have our what we call 2020 Insight Forums, and those Insight Forums are exactly that, to give you insight into different industries: oil and gas, hospitality and tourism, construction, aerospace. So we're going to be talking about all these industries and what's next. We talk about NASA is Deborah Johnson is the president or chairman of our board. And so we're talking about projects that are going on at NASA. You'll have Boeing and Raytheon there. We're talking about going back to the moon and other space-related projects. How do we do that?
Here.
And you would be surprised. Last year at Expo, we have a Hispanic woman-owned company who actually has products on the space station. And so we talk about that our minority businesses are doing a little bit of everything. So it's not just small companies that you'll see in the neighborhood. They're doing some dynamic things, whether it's testing oil field tools underground or having products up on the International Space Station. That minority businesses are everywhere. And so we're trying to connect them any way we can so that they have access to these kind of opportunities.
So listen, if you are a minority business entrepreneur, Black woman, woman-ran business, whatever.
That's right.
You need to be at this expo on Tuesday.
If you are a serious business owner, you need to be there.
Yes,
That's right.
Because the opportunities are definitely going to be there. So save the date for September 10th and 11th. Where can they get all of the information if they need to register or like?
That's right.
The
well,
lineup,
registration online is closed, but you can register on site and you can get more information about all the activities related to Expo at our website at expo.hmsdc.org. That's expo.hmsdc.org.
And that is this Tuesday and Wednesday at the George R. Brown Convention Center. And just wow.
You should come by. It's going to be a great opportunity.
I think I may. What day do you suggest that I come? I'm gonna have to come that Wednesday because the 10th, that's a busy day for me. I got a lot.
Yeah, well, the 11th is the trade show day, so that would be a great day to come. And then we have our awards luncheon that day, where we recognize those companies who are doing what we say the next level of minority business development. So the best of the best will be recognized.
All right, so food will be there. So I'll be there. There'll be food.
And
I'll
good food at that.
Too.
So we do taste testing ahead of time. We like
it's gonna be good.
Our folks need to eat, right?
I know that's right. Yeah. Listen, log on, get the information. Expo.hmsdc.com. .org, my bad.
Yes.
.org. Find out all the information on the Houston Minority Supplier Development Council's Expo that is happening this Tuesday and Wednesday at George R. Brown. Man, Ingrid came with all of the exclusives and the goods.
We want to make sure that it's not a secret. We want you to be there.
Yeah. So do your due diligence, minority and small businesses, and we'll see you this Tuesday and Thursday at George R. Brown. Ingrid, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for
everything.
Thank you for having us. I tell you, this is a passion and a love. So,
no doubt. Yeah. I appreciate you, and thank you for listening to Access Houston.
We'll be back with more Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.